Before I start, I'd like to thank Drew and his family for the honor of introducing Drew into the Bishop McDevitt Football Hall of Fame. There are three things that come to mind that I think will qualify a person to be inducted into a Hall of Fame. They are achievement on the field, humility, and giving back. Those attributes describe Drew Siegfried. So let's start with Drew's achievements on the football field. MVP freshman football, sophomore player of the year, 3-year varsity starter, team captain senior year, all-Catholic D-back punter junior year, senior year, first team all-Catholic punter, quarterback and D-back, PIAA 2A Catholic League MVP, Maxwell Award winner, top 5 finalists from a group of 50 players representing their respective schools. First team Daily News, all-city D-back, all-state D-back. Honorable mention Daily News McDevitt Player of the Decade. 7-on-7 League MVP, along with his teammates, won the championship and $1,000 for McDevitt. Selected to play the Kiwanis Montgomery County All-Star Football Game. Received the National Football Foundation and College Hall of Fame Scholar Athlete Award for football performance, academic achievement, and school leadership. I know a lot of guys would be happy with one of those honors. Some guys wouldn't let you hear the end of it, which brings me to my second point, humility. You would not know by talking to Drew he ever won anything. It goes back to my father always saying, don't tell people how good you are, let them tell you. That was Drew to a T. A compliment towards Drew will be acknowledged by a smile, maybe nod his head, always a thank you. More than anything, to Drew was the success of his friends and teammates. When various publications listed honors, it was Drew was more interested in how his teammates were honored than himself. He carried himself with class, was a role model to underclassmen who played alongside him. Dedicated his senior year to Justin Sly, a teammate who had passed away tragically. But you have to understand, this is the way Drew was raised. Drew's parents, Patty and Pete, instilled a persona of self-confidence, humility, and respect towards others. Drew's parents, along with his sister Lauren, would do anything for anyone. Their support was evident at every game. They would gather as a family at the game's conclusions, always a bunch of people he had to get through to offer congratulations. As his freshman coach, long before Drew stepped on the field, I heard all the hype. Believe me, I heard a lot of that over the years. I've seen some tremendous football players step on McDevitt's field. This was high school football, a different animal altogether. So I expected to see this cocky kid who knew it all. I'll have to admit I was wrong. I told Drew I wanted him to play quarterback. My assistant coaches said no, Drew's a wide receiver. Sure, he could have played any skill position, but the way he carried himself, his willingness to learn, his work ethic, his leadership by example, Drew had quarterback written all over him. I was going to throw him in the fire as a freshman year as a quarterback and a safety, see how he would respond. Well, we all know how that ended up, Hall of Fame. After his freshman year, I know he's going to end up a very special player and person. Plus, I also know Drew will be taught and mentored by the greatest coach in Philadelphia high school football, Pat Manzi. The best thing about Drew was he never let any of us down. Coaches, teammates, friends, and family. He was and still is everything we expect him to be and so much more. As a coach, I respected him. Drew's humility earned my respect. I admired that in him. This brings me to my third and final point, giving back. Drew was recruited by several schools to play football. He decided on Bloomsburg University, one of the top Division II programs in the country. Drew played multiple positions at Bloomsburg, D-back, punter, and special teams. There was no doubt Bloomsburg recognized his talents. But Drew's football career was cut short due to concussions. Drew knew his playing days were over. So instead of being depressed over a situation, Drew decided to give back. He turns a negative into a positive. That did not surprise me, because the one thing that Drew possesses is inner strength. So what does he do? Drew decides to continue to work with Bloomsburg players at practice, in the weight room, and game preparation. But not only did Drew give back to the game he loved, he gave back to his community also. During his summers, he works with autistic children at the YMCA, takes special need kids on trips, plans activities. He devotes his time in the hope of putting a smile on the faces of special needs children. Drew's future plans? Well, he's majoring in exercise science at Bloomsburg. He will have a career as a physical therapy to help athletes and the general public rehab their injuries. Typical Drew, putting others first. As you can see, Drew has met the criteria for induction and has far surpassed it. So now Drew Siegfried will have, without a doubt, will have success on life's field. He'll touch people's lives, and it will be better for it. So Drew, this is your night. Your mom and dad, Lauren, family, friends, teammates, and coaches here to honor you. One of the greatest players to wear a McDevitt football uniform. So it's my honor to present to you Drew Siegfried, Michigan McDevitt Football Hall of Fame.
Good evening, everyone. It's nice to see you all out here. Mr. Holden, thank you for the introduction. I think it's pretty obvious that you had a pretty big impact on my time with McDevitt as a football player, student in general. So I thank you for that. I can't thank you enough for the impact you made on my football career, my life. You always believed in me, while never allowing me to slack off, or make excuses or anything like that. So I like to think back to freshman year and think about when you had us standing at the bottom of that hill behind the school, screaming in our ears, telling us to get up that damn hill, and we would just look back and be like, this guy's crazy. We're standing there gasping for air, with you in the background just yelling, again. We're just running up and down that hill like it was nobody's business. But when I step back and look at the bigger picture, that sort of seemed to be one of the many instances that set us up as a group to be ready for any curveball or any objective that would be thrown our way, and to overcome that objective. And I think that's what we did our freshman year. I think that led on to the other things that we did our sophomore, junior, and senior year as a class throughout those 4 years. So tonight, being that it was only 5 years ago that I last attended this banquet with our teammates, friends, and family, I vividly remember listening to speeches of the past inductees and how impatient we would get as a group, waiting for them to finish so that we could be recognized for our achievements. So for that reason, I'll try not to stand up here for too long. So a little bit about our class. After a long, successful, and unforgettable career together as a class in 2010, I look back and think about how much of an impact our coaches, Coach Manzi, Coach Powell, Coach Stout, all the other coaches, Coach Court, Coach Bach, Coach Holden, Coach Sadovetsky, Coach Taylor, Coach Stewart, and Coach Johnson, and Coach Kane, as well as our you guys had an impact on us, our teammates, my friends, our family. You guys all had an impact on everything that we did, on us as a group of irresponsible teenagers. So we really appreciate that. You guys taught us how to be leaders, how to sacrifice for one another, how to own up to our mistakes, and how to never take our eyes off the goals that we set for ourselves. And I think that's huge, especially for you young guys out there. Don't let anybody tell you you can't accomplish any goal that you think you can. Just keep working hard. You guys all know football is the ultimate team sport, where the success of the team relies on the camaraderie of teammates, hard work, discipline, and that never-ending fire inside that keeps you going each day, whether it be in school, in the classroom, at practice, in the summer, at camp, anything like that. So I'm extremely grateful for this honor. I'd like to thank the Bishop McDevitt Community Hall of Fame. It's very humbling to join the ranks of McDevitt football history. I want to extend my thanks to all of you who supported me throughout this journey, while encouraging the young guys sitting here tonight to never settle for anything less than your best. These 4 years are gonna fly by, so we